Hi there, this is Dilani Diva, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about my spiritual faith and where I'm coming from. I know some of you have questioned my faith and asked, no, what does she do? All this psychic reading and channeling in and so on and so forth. So a little bit about me, because I think it's necessary for you to feel more confident if you did want to call me. I come from a traditional Methodist family. I still believe in a lot of my Methodist faith, and it's wonderful to be there. But I think religion and spirituality are one and the same and yet quite apart from each other. I do believe that most religions have taught us wonderful things, and I like to learn about them, and I am very humbled by what people have to say, these great masters who have come onto this earth to share their vision about a life and the soul and the hereafter. And having said that, I also feel that there have been many prophets that have come into this world, sent by God sometimes, or even gifted, that have helped people in their own way. Some of those prophets may not be prophesying in tongue, but they would be acting a prophecy, which I think is a wonderful thing. So, for me to prophesize or help you with my prophetic gift, there's a couple of things that I do and a couple of things that I don't do. I do not do death readings because I believe that that is God's doing. I work with birth, but again, this is entirely in the hands of God. I do not do gambling readings. So if you want to know if you're making a huge fortune, then I'm not the person that you need to talk about. I work mainly with yourself, how you can develop yourself, what are your gifts, where you can place your mind and your spirit, what is the influences that are surrounding you, how are other people thinking, why are the way they're thinking, is there any way you can position yourself so that you can feel more fulfilled when it comes to your relationships. And by understanding the way others think and the others work, you can come to a better place in your life, and therefore the path leads to the prediction. So as you can see, a lot of my work has to do with the spiritual mindset that you have, the path that you're taking, the way that you handle yourself. And so it is really a very strong personal improvement method. Now, there are those who come and ask me for a straight right-out prediction, like, is it going to work out for me? And sometimes the changes that need to occur are too aggressive, and I don't see it occurring. Like, for example, if you are in a relationship and the gentleman doesn't want to get married or doesn't want to do something and is very definitive about that, and you think you can, kind of change him as you go along, and I say, honey, I don't see that. Now, stuff like that I can say. Or you could, there could be a couple that comes to me and says, well, we've been trying to work through this situation, and do you see us working through it? And I look at them, or one of them, and I can see them really working through it, and I tell the person talking to me, this is the way we need to handle our mindset. Most of the direction comes from my spiritual guide. Her name is Liana. She's a beautiful guide. Her voice is very different, and I hear it very clearly. I have to stay focused and also in meditation most of the day in order to be able to reach out to her. So I channel in and I use her as my guide and my instrument so that I can help you. Each medium have their own ways of reading. Mine is life coaching, spiritual growth, life path, all to do with the self. I do not really work too much with crossed over readings. That is another area I can channel in, but to me that is not definitely something that's a personal development. That is more to have a connection and an understanding with someone who has crossed, which is also very important. There are other mediums that specialize in those areas, and I hope that you visit them and ask for their guidance and help. I don't have an idea that says, well, something is satanic or something is not, or something is evil. I feel that everything in life, it depends on how we handle it. The Lord has said, do not judge others, and I believe in that. If you do not have the gift, then it is not very proper for you to judge another, because you will not understand it. It is not for you to understand. That is not your calling. So it is better that if you are uncomfortable, then don't call or don't talk to a medium. Stay in your faith. That is important. You must do what is good with your spirit. But there are many who have come to help and heal. And if you look at the Bible, there are many prophets. Even there's a book of prophets. You see, John the Baptist prophesies that Christ would come. So why is it that we don't call him an evil and nasty man? I wonder. But that is because it's in the Bible. So as you know, through the many years, God has tried to reach us and is still reaching us in ourselves, and that's a wonderful thing. I'm very encouraged by all the wonderful messages that I have received from all you kind people. It's been just great. I have had so many new friends here, and I am enjoying myself. And if there's any question that you have, please give me a short call. It is only $14.95 for an 8-minute. You get 3 minutes free. For a 5-minute call, you get an addition of 3 minutes. And if you have your questions written out and focused, I need names and a question. So that's how I read. I channel in and ask my guide the question, and then we start the reading, and then I get all kinds of messages. But it's pertaining to your intent. So your intent must be very clear. It cannot be just to test me out. It cannot be just to test Leanna. It has to be for your own good and for your clarity and your wisdom and your soul path. And remember, I always say it is the path that leads to the prediction. The prediction doesn't stand by itself. So you want to have a good life and to have your dreams come true, then let's create it. Each day we have the gift of creation which God has given us, and in the midst of it all, I am very humbled and very honored to be able to serve you. This is my full-time vocation, and I enjoy what I do. I begin at 4 in the morning, and sometimes I go on till 12 in the night, and sometimes I don't get off at all. So please call me if you need some help. I'll be happy to look at it for you. 1-877-677-3482. Have a blessed day. Take care.